Hello, Robotics Notes fans. Happy November 13th. It is 12:35 a.m. and welcome to another episode of Robotics Notes Elite like Animal Crossing. Let's load the date. I took a nap and I woke up at like 11 p.m. So my sleep schedule is ruined, but at least I have Robotics Notes. So that's why I'm leaving the convincing of Fraubo to you, Kai. Aki-chan, exactly how many years have you been my neighbor? After school, Akiho asked me to persuade Frau to help, so I decided to teach her a lesson yet again. If you want me to do something you ask, face me in a match. If you win, I'll do whatever you ask. I knew you'd say that. One of these days you'll learn. How many times have we repeated this exact interaction in the past? But I can't win against you, Kai. Oh, maybe I should call Nason. Huh? What did she say? Why did her name come up now? Akio notices my agitation and smiles triumphantly. Have you heard? Nason's risen to around 200th place on the leaderboards. She's real strong. I know this all too well. There's no way she's stopping at 200th place. If she plays seriously, she could easily make her way into the top 10. I've played against Nason a lot and I managed to squeeze by around 6-4. She's a hard fight. Against me, second best in the world. Did Akiho catch wind of that? No, it's possible Nason told her herself. Akiho's been going to the TNSC a lot lately on Model 2 business. If she used Nason and even... If she used Nason, and even if I limited it to one round, I've got a risky 40% chance of losing. And 40% is higher than the batting average of the professional batter in baseball. So, you'll be coming with me to the Space Center tomorrow. Are you gonna have Nason take your place? Don't you dare whine about this being unfair. It's your fault for being too strong. How is this my fault? I worked hard to get where I am. Fine. I'll go with you to the TNSC tomorrow. Be sure to arrange for our match. If possible, I want to get at least 50 rounds with her. What? I didn't think I'd get an okay out of you that easily. What's going on? Did something happen? Or are you plotting something? Sorry about that. No, not at all. Why is she so surprised when she's the one who suggested this? I glance at our sly rascal of a president and stand up from the shade of the tree. Going somewhere? To see Kona-chan. I need to convince her to help, right? Huh? Look, if I face Nason at the end... And it'll end up being a 7-3 or a 6-4 matchup. There's no chance of me winning every fight. In that case, it'll be easier if I get your request done now. Amazing. I've never seen you break so easily before. Sweet! All hail Nason! But wait, if you're going to convince Fraubo to help now, what's the point of fighting Nason tomorrow? Whoa, don't be ridiculous, Aki-chan. As far as I'm concerned, a match against Nason is more exciting than a match with your average high ranker. I'd play against her all day long if I could. So you better not break our promise, got it? Is it me, or have the means switched place with the ends? I head toward the hangar, leaving Akiho dumbfounded behind me. I press the intercom button, then check the contents of the plastic bag I'm holding. I went to buy some refreshments at Mizuka-san's store before coming here. Mainly some flavored breads, snacks, and juice. I'll use these to lure our shut-in princess out from the shadows. It's actually been a while since I visited Frau's place. We talk on Tweepo all the time, but it's been 2 or 3 months since we met in person. I actually swung by several times, but Frau kept pretending to be out. She's a shut-in, so if she doesn't answer the intercom, she's either sleeping or ignoring me. And so, after a while, I just sort of stopped coming over. This brings us to now. Part of part of that is due to this place being so close to the hangar. If I can drop by at any time, I can put it off for another day, right? Then it just snowballs out of control. So will she answer the intercom today or what? If not, I'm gonna watch Jenna do her mocap work at the hangar and prepare for my matches with Nason tomorrow. That's my real objective anyways. I can't wait for tomorrow. That's how starved for a good match I am. Oh? I just heard some noise coming from the intercom speaker. I guess Frau's actually awake. Didn't expect you to answer. Yashio-senpai. Why are you here? Frau sounds like she's on the verge of death. You don't sound so good. Please don't tell me you haven't been eating. Kona-chan? I'm hungry. I figured as much. Alright. I brought food. Will you let me in? I even found some Kagoshima exclusive sweet potato flavored Pocky. That sounds real sweet. But I refuse! And yet, the entrance automatically opens. This is what you call being a tsundere. I'll never be able to keep up with this girl. It's like a freezer in here. Not that that's any different from my previous visits. It's just freezing is all. Yet Frau has her shoulders exposed and is wearing pajama shorts like it's summer. She isn't even wrapped in a blanket as she stares at her phone droid. Her face is lifeless and pale. She has large dark circles under her eyes. It'd be pretty weird if she only had one. Frau looks legit ill. Either that or she hasn't eaten in days. Frau seems pretty incapable of self-care after all. If I left her like this, she'd probably be dead in less than a month. I bought refreshments. This is no time for snacks. I placed the bag at Frau's feet, but she doesn't even look at it. What about being hungry? Rosetta, show senpai some hospitality. Frau says, ignoring the snacks. Hello, Yashio-san. I hear a voice coming from Frau's phone droid. Oh, I can't see the screen due to the way she's holding it. Would you like some warm corn soup? Whoa, her bot has a corn soup making function? How convenient. Alright, sure. I see. However, I cannot make corn soup. Please help yourself. Never mind. What a useless bot. So, what do you do? Everyone say hi to Yap. So, what are you doing, Kona-chan? Frau takes a small breath. More importantly, Yashio-senpai, I have a little request, please. With upturned eyes, she bends toward me. Please, okay? Why is she breathing so heavily? What is it? Depending on the request, I might have you battle me. Let me lick your fingers. A little. Senpai. Licky licky. Really are a pervert, Kona-chan. No, I'm not. This is basic human instinct. My fundamental identity. You know, like how babies suck their thumbs. Why? Because they're spoiled brats. All about the references, aughts. Anyways, licking your fingers is like a tranquilizer for me, in a sexual way. So, it is sexual in the end. Out of the question. Good grief. I'm so exasperated that I don't even want to continue talking. That said, Frau seems a little more hyper than usual. To calm myself down, I open a Pocky and pull a stick out. I offer some to Frau and she obediently takes two and starts biting away at them. Senpai, do you know what a festival is? Of course I do. We had the festival this past summer. Duh. We can see the fireworks from here. Not that kind of festival, the internet kind. That's when lots of people start posting like crazy on forums and Tweepo when some major incident happens, yeah? Shout out to Elon Musk's current handling of Twitter. I know all about festivals, my friend. I'm impressed, senpai. Well, I am a Tweepo user. That stuff is pretty basic. During a festival, people of all types start recklessly vomiting out their opinions on an incident or event. They don't even try to find out if the info is true or made up. And then there's the scum that replies to them. They aren't even related, but they act like it's their mission to look up personal deets and spread them. Trash. What's your point? I'm talking about the festival surrounding Gunvarel's final episode. They're just a bunch of dumpster fires enjoying the chaos. Granted, I used to troll alongside those dumpster fires. In other words, I'm the worst of them all. Frau smiles with only her lips. And her eyes, red from a lack of sleep or from crying. Oh wait, no, are her eyes red from lack of sleep or from... Oops, I accidentally pressed a button. But ironically, it's times like this that those dumpster fires are the most useful. Legit serious. To be honest, their wasted passion is crazy. Real talent. They're more skilled than your average hacker. Ad channelers are some of the most talented technicians in the world. I'm so goddamn fired up. So did those Gunvarel fans do something? I haven't talked about the Gunvarel leak with Frau, not even once. If what she told me before about her mom is true, this could be a clue as to her whereabouts. Like finding your mom or something? I get it. Were the clues in the final episode? I try shooting straight with her and she replies with a grin. That's right. What of it? Oh. Cough, cough. Wasn't expecting her to be so honest with me. Though I still have no clue where Mama is. Too easy! But there was a message that I don't think anyone but Mama could have left. A message? Subliminal. Password. Cringeworthy. I'm not getting what you mean. I summed it up in 3 lines. Feel free to use more than 3 lines, please. In other words, you want to talk more with me, yes? In secret? Just the 2 of us? What a roki is this? Could you please try to stay on topic just this once? For a moment, it looks like Frau's face freezes. Almost like she's about to start crying. I see the expression on her face. But it quickly transforms into an upset pout. Maybe I was just imagining things. Do you know the deets about the final episode? I got the gist of it from Aki-chan. I know it totally ignored the series story and suddenly became a tale about the world being destroyed or something. And everyone but the hero died, if I remember correctly. The reason I have it committed to memory is because it's so similar to the Kimijima reports. It's already November 2019. In 2 months, that's it. A large-scale solar disturbance hit North America, and while there wasn't any terrorism, there were riots. If that solar disturbance is the one in the Kimijima reports, at the very least we should be safe this year. But who knows, I might be overthinking it. I hope so, at least. The story content actually doesn't matter. The important parts of the subliminal images SMH my head. I heard there were subliminal messages mixed in there. Very obviously at that. Originally, the final episode is only 4.5 minutes long. A cut up and edited video. There were a total of 19 points where ambiguous images were inserted into the timeline. Specifically, Shibuya's 107, a space shuttle, a black and white photo from World War II, the face of Yukichi Fukuzawa. Completely bland, inoffensive images. Also, the image quality was terrible, full of static. If you remove the static from the images and correct their levels, you found something weird in them? Of course not. Really? They were all just regular images. But there was something strange in the film. Not the images, but the film? What do you mean? At first, the analysis team. Oh, I don't mean like a special police team or a dedicated research organization or anything like that. For some reason, Frau blushes and squirms around. They're just a bunch of dumpster fires that gathered together for the festival. Naturally, the analysis team focused on the subliminally inserted images at first, but that was a trap. So the leaked footage was 120 FPS. FPS is frames per second, right? Kill Ballad, for example, runs at 60 FPS. 120 FPS is too smooth, too moist. How indecent. Save that goop for the eroki. Enough about goop, please. Anyway, hyper-smooth videos like that are pretty rare. And it's pointless to make an anime with a frame rate that high. The existing episodes of Gun Barrel aren't that smooth. So then why was the final leaked episode running at 120 FPS? Beats me. Because each frame is shorter compared to a video running at 60 FPS SMH. At 120 FPS, each frame is only shown for about 0.007 seconds. That's short. I'm not sure I could deal with that even in slow-mo. If it was hidden in that 0.007 seconds, what was? Another subliminal effect. Another? The images I mentioned before, like Yukichi Fukuzawa and Shibuya 107, were about 4 frames long. So what happens in one of those 4 frames contained another... If one of those 4 frames contained another mysterious image. Was there one? The images were already full of static, and since it was 1 frame hidden in 4, nobody noticed for several days. So the extra hidden image ended up being even more strange. Take a look. Frau shows me the image on her phone droid screen. This is the image in question. An image of inside some ruined house. The location isn't specified. Even maniacs who search through over 1,000 abandoned houses nationwide have no clue where it is. So is this a dead end? Not quite. Hold on. Look at this. The image of the ruined house. Frau points to a white wall. What do you think about this pattern? Feels out of place. This was edited into the photo after the fact. Wouldn't it be crazy if the pattern resembled the alphabet? The alphabet? Kinda looks like a distorted B. Correct! Let me lick your fingers. Away, pervert, away! There were an additional 18 images hidden in the initial set of subliminal images. They were all images from inside ruin-like locations. And every image has a similarly distorted alphabet letters chopped onto them. Do they form some kind of message? Nope, not at all. Huh. They don't even form words. Frau taps away on her phone droid and displays the next image. Here, look. By the way, you reverse the order of the subliminal images that appear from start to finish in the episode. Reverse them? This is also convoluted. So, what did those alphabet letters form? A password. For what? It's here that Frau goes silent. Gona-chan? I seriously didn't think they'd be able to find something like this. 1 second, everybody. I'm back. Something so cringeworthy that even I didn't know about it. Cringeworthy, eh? Frau said something like that before, but what exactly is she referring to? Minami Kugori's cringeworthy past. Or I guess, Minami Furugori's. Minami Kogori, she was the director of the Gun Barrel anime. And her real name is Minami Furugori, Frau's mom. She had a personal homepage that's been left abandoned for over 20 years now. Your mom did? Frau nods. A homepage she created back when she was still in high school and creating doujinshi for Kamima. By the way, when she was located, there had been only about 700 total visitors. Now with all the traffic from the aggregator sites, the counter just keeps going up and up. It contains illustrations of manga she drew at the time, even some girly poems. I'm surprised it's all still there. It's a mystery to me too. Normally by now it'd be a dead link. It's weird. Who's been paying the usage fees? Wait a second. Something about this seems familiar. That's right, the Minami-Tanecho local hall. That place has been abandoned for years, and yet it still has the running electricity. The bill is being paid by a company in Tokyo that owns it. Something smells off about this. There was also a message board. There were about 80 posts on there. When was the most recent one? March 2019. Did your mom write anything there? Of course. Pretty much all the posts were made by Minami Furugori 20 years ago. The one from 2019 was spam though. Ah, I should have known better. However, there was just one post on the board, number 57. It wasn't written by Minami Furugori. It was written by Minami that. It was posted October 4th, 2015. 2 weeks after the cancellation of the final Gun Barrel episode. I unconsciously gulp. 2 weeks after Mama disappeared. 11 days after the crash of 15. Crash of 15. What does that have to do with this? By the way, my real name, Kona. In Japanese you can read it as 57, right? It's so perfect, it makes me sick. How these things all relate depends entirely on what Frau says next. Just continue. Minami Kogori's post contained a link. Not a direct link, the H at the beginning was removed. I'm sure you get the rest. I actually don't. URL leads to a password input screen. What? The input field looks about 19 characters long, no matter how you slice it, thank you very much. Then the letters from the last episode. After entering the password, there was a message from Mama written on a storyboard paper. A pic. Don't tell me it was her last will and testament. What was written on it? How about seeing for yourself? Frau shows me her phone droid screen again. It's a note scrawled on storyboard paper. It says, Gun Barrel is a tool for brainwashing. It's propaganda. Massive worldwide terrorism with the arrival of the solar disturbance. I fled to try and stop it. They're still out there. Everyone else is dead. Someone stop this. Project Adam isn't over yet. No way. This can't be it. It can't. Project Adam. Duh. Frau starts breathing heavily again as she speaks. That's right. It's written right there. It's the same. It's the exact same as the Kamijima reports. That's the big mystery. Makes you want to fly across the sky. La la la. Oh, I get it. Frau's disappointed reaction is because I still haven't told her about the Project Adam and the Kamijima reports. Project Adam. It's part of the Human Ranch Project designed to use a solar disturbance to kill 5 billion people. Project Adam was supposed to go down in 2015 and Minami Kogori fled in order to stop it. Is that it? Gun Barrel is a brainwashing tool? Brainwashing. My mind immediately jumps to Tavistock Institute. Are you telling me that they had a hand in the creation of Gun Barrel? Then that would mean they had some endgame in mind for brainwashing people. That's absurd, but it lines up too perfectly with what's written in the Kamijima reports. I can't brush it off. Is this a trap? Is someone setting a trap for me? But here's the thing. I'm pretty sure I'm the only one who knows about the Kamijo reports in all of Japan. Plus, why lay such a complex trap just for me? All they'd have to do is kill me like they killed Kogamijima. Does that mean there are other people like me who have picked up on this, and this is just a distraction? I don't know. There's no way to know. This could just be me being overly self-conscious. But one thing is clear. Kogamijima and Minami Kogori. These two share multiple connections. They both fled from someone or something. They both came to Tanegashima. They both died mysteriously, while in Minami Kogori's case, vanished. And they both accused the Tavistock Institute of being involved in a conspiracy. It all lines up too perfectly. I doubt this is simply a coincidence. If this isn't some trap, that means they're both telling the truth. Massive worldwide terrorism accompanying a solar disturbance and the deaths of 5 billion people. I'm covered in cold sweat. I suddenly realize my throat is bone dry. I pop open a fruit sour melon I brought with me and chug it. Minami Kogori's hidden message just made the Kamijima reports that much more credible. This is on a completely different level than when the final episode of Gunbarrel leaked. That's right, this isn't just some conspiracy theory anymore. Kokamijima wasn't just writing delusions. The Committee of 300 and the Tavistock Institute actually have a grand plan. Even now, in 2019, Project Adam is still trucking along. They're still out there. Project Adam isn't over yet. I can't help but read over those hastily scrawled letters over and over. I need to hurry and find the rest of the Kamijima reports. I'd given up on collecting them after seeing how absurd Number 5's triggers were, but no longer. While I sit here, they're out there fast-tracking the end of the goddamn world. I glance at Frau. She's still grinning, gazing down at her phone droid. I have no idea what's so funny. Is there any proof that this is for sure a message from your mom? The storyboard paper had Mama's signature. Also, the storyboard paper was the kind that she always used. Oh, and that was definitely her handwriting. Mama's handwriting is terabad. It makes kindergartners blush. Seriously, what's so funny? So you finally found some clues related to your mom. Do you think they'll help you find her? Obviously not. Why does she seem so low-key? Why isn't she more frantic? Frau keeps joking around about everything. It's almost like she doesn't think much of her own mom. I just don't understand you, Frau Kojiro. Or should I say Kono Furugori? However, I will say that the info-gathering skills of the festival's participants have been abnormal. Even I didn't know that she left behind a message like that 4 years ago after she vanished. That's why I'm sure it'll all be exposed eventually. Even if nobody knows right now. The fact that over 10 members of the Gunbarrel production staff died will come to light pretty soon. There will be hundreds of threads on 8chan painting Minami Kogori as the perp. Then Gunbarrel will become a social phenomenon again for the first time in 4 years, and the copies will fly. I'll make piles of money and drink their tears, Kutkur. Frau's as excitable as ever. Regardless of how negative the info is, she did get some new clues about her mom. Maybe this is her form of maybe this is her idea of optimism. Or maybe she's just an idiotic pervert with a busted personality. More importantly, Ashio-senpai, why did you come here today? Crap, that's right, I came here for a reason. Gasp! I bet you're here to attack and take advantage of me while I'm hungry and weak. How dare you? Besides, boys shouldn't be forcing themselves on girls, it's wrong. Boys should be forcing themselves on other boys. SMH my head. What's she talking about? That's right, 4 Eyes. Bring 4 Eyes here. Then I'll have him force himself on you. Hurry up. Don't blame me for what happens. I'd be an idiot if I went along with this delusional pervert silliness, so I just cut straight to the point. I'm here on orders from Madam President. I'm here to convince you to create Model 2's drive system. Frau hears my words and smiles happily. So he said, delivering his confusing testimony. No, I'm pretty sure nothing about that was confusing. It's fine if you think so, in your own mind. I guess she has no intention of hearing me out. Whatever, I figured it'd turn out like this. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is another episode of Robotics That's Elite Like Animal Crossing. I will see you all on the release day of Pokemon for another episode of Robotics That's Elite Like Animal Crossing. But until then, Nochio!